Hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Sharon, Zadkiel, with your reading for the second half of August. Apologies for the delay in uploading this video. I have had circumstances beyond my control that have prevented me from uploading the August videos any earlier. Here we are. Apologies for that in advance. Please be reminded that I'm not a spiritual master or a guru, so what comes out in your reading today is the most likely outcome with the energies as they sit here and now. If you are wanting a private reading, you can book via my scheduler, which you will find in my Instagram link or bio, and also via my website in the links that are listed below. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, what do you most need to know? Gorgeous. The energy that is sitting underneath this reading for you today is the beautiful Two of Cups. So this represents friendships, romance, happy endings. There are people within and around your life and relationships that you have been putting time, effort, energy into coming into August and will continue to throughout the remainder of the month. These will emotionally fill you up. These are those individuals that are supportive, are loving, and bring the happiness and, in inverted commas, the happy ending that you have been looking for. Okay, so the first card that comes out is a Devil card. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn individual, and with regards to this, this particular card for me is, beware, there are hidden forces. We are with astrologically in a crazy, unprecedented scenario whereby it will be a bit of a roller coaster for many of us until, December. And this is the time card of December, January. So there have and there will be things that you put in place now that will continue. So, with this particular card, it is a case of be mindful of self-sabotage. Be mindful of those things that you reach for when things get a little bit tough. For those of you that do have, I say this with all respect, for those of you that do have issues around addiction, and addictions can be chocolate, coffee, drugs, alcohol, whatever form they take for you, be careful that you don't overindulge in those, because even though they appear to reduce your stress and give you short-term relief and get those, endorphins and dopamines going in the short term, long term they have detrimental effects. So be careful of self-sabotage and addictive tendencies throughout the second half of August. You also have the Knight of Swords. So this indicates that the situation that you are facing at this particular time, through the month, second half of August, is going to require courage needed to face, your enemies and the situation, and it will come in fast. There will be things that will happen that will feel like they've come out of left field for you, and you're going to have to deal with them then and there, and you're going to have to take a deep breath, dig deep, and find the courage to actually face them. If you are able to stand your ground and speak your truth calmly and compassionately, beautiful. However, astrologically we have some planetary aspects that are really going to make that difficult, because many people, yourself included, it's not a case of a short fuse, it's a case of no fuse. So people are going to get triggered, people are going to be projecting, and it's not going to be pleasant. For some of you, again, general reading, so take what resonates and let go of anything else. You do have the Lovers card, so there may be unsettlement, especially around family. And this could be blood, biological family, or also within your own family tribe or cosmic tribe. This is a time of really assessing who you are and who you wish to energetically have around you. There are people that are vibrating at different levels at the moment. So it's a case of if people are coming in extremely heavy and extremely negative, do what you can for them by all means if you have the energy within. But if you're finding yourself, almost at pussy's bow, so to speak, if your ability to support others has been compromised because you're needing to support yourself, then you're going to have to cut the ties that bind you and let them deal with it individually while you take care of yourself. You do have the Two of Wands, which, that which you are passionate about, you actually have the maturity and success through your own strength of will. So it is going to be a case of being a little bit up in your head, dear Aquarius, and really figuring out which way to proceed so that you can allow the abundance that comes in with the Ten of Pentacles. So this is, it can be an inheritance, usually family, but for many this is a win or unexpected money. So if you are in a place where you are feeling a little bit lucky, buy that Tasslotta ticket. Put that money on that horse. But only if intuitively it feels right. Don't be doing it, especially if you have addiction issues around gambling. That is not something that I am recommending on any level. However, when the Ten of Pentacles comes in, it talks about community support. It talks about extended family. It talks about, just when you think, there's a bill and you think, oh my God, how am I going to pay this? A little bit of extra money comes in. Within and around that, there's a beautiful little mantra that is one of my favorites at the moment, which is money flows easily, freely, and from all directions. And this is something that you need to be putting out to the universe so that you can have that financial support that you require. Even if it's only, $2 found as you're walking down the street, it's unexpected money. But with the Ten of Cups, intuitively, I feel that for some of you, again, general reading, so this isn't going to resonate for all, but for some of you, there is, either an inheritance, a win, or unexpected money coming in through the second half of August. Yeah, okay. You have the Two of Swords, there's Eight of Swords. So, dear Aquarius, many of you have been protecting your heart, and you really have had a desire to bring in the harmony, peace, and triumph that you deserve. It is a case of, really seeking the solitude and quiet place to actually determine which path you want. You have two swords, so, swords talk, twos talk about duality, and, especially with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords, it's, for me, there are choices that need to be made. You are, many of you, feeling, especially with the Eight of Swords, feeling quite bound and restricted. However, what you need to realize that this is self-imposed restrictions. For some of you, this will be within and around relationships, and also feeling tied down and bound through marriage. You can get out of this. These are self-imposed restrictions. So if you're making a choice to stay in an environment that does keep you a little bit pinned in, that does keep you bound, again, you have free will, and that is your choice. But know that if you do choose to step out of it and step out of the restrictions, kick down those swords, take off the blindfold, and take off the ties that bind you, then it could just be an absolutely beautiful new world that you come into, because you have the Queen of Wands. So you have an individual that is, emotionally stable, that is devoted to home. This is like, she's a very motherly individual. She's the epitome of motherhood. She's a lady. She is well dressed. She is well groomed. She takes care and pride in herself. I would be looking to get the support for yourself from this particular individual if you can Um, if you know who this individual is, because she will bring in the bright ideas and the possibility, the divine gifts that will see you coming, into the end of August with the Eight of Wands energy. And, this speaks of good changes, opportunities in that which you do now. So the things and the movement that you make now will hold you in good stead moving out of August and into September. And it's through the travel made now. So for some of you, you may again be looking at travel, whether that be short term or actually moving. For some of you, you may have actually recently moved and you're still unpacking. But know that with the Eight of Wands energy, messages come in thick and fast. So this is new information that you didn't have prior to the second half of August that's coming in for you now. And as you can see, this is a case of dealing with one thing at a time. It's a bit like a ladder. You can't jump from the bottom rung to the top rung. You have to go through the steps. So this again is about, when information and messages come in, looking at them and dealing with that which needs to be dealt with, one thing at a time. There's some healing that needs to go on, my beautiful Aquarians, especially in and around close, heart link, heartfelt family relationships for some of you. For others, this is about cosmic tribe. The star, this is the card of Aquarius. So it's time to allow the bright possibilities and the divine gifts to come in by being your own guiding light, by not allowing external forces to undermine your confidence. Okay? Seek out the relationships that are going to be supportive. Okay. What would the angels lead? Straight out of the deck. Okay, ask. From the angels to you, my beautiful Aquarians. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. Again, you really need to meditate, contemplate on the relationships that you have in and around you. For some of you, there has been disharmony, disagreement, some breakdown of relationships on one front or another. And you will find, many of you, that you will be trying to reconcile one or two of these relationships, sometimes at the cost of others. May your second half of August be blessed with good choices. Much love, much light. Namaste, Sharon.